Have you noticed how, after years of residing in the same home, items you seldom ever use gradually fill every available space? A home that once provided warmth has now turned into a burden for a large number of Americans. You have to avoid the cardboard boxes as you go down the corridor. The living room is filled with damaged chairs, outdated appliances, and inappropriate gifts that are difficult to discard, while the kitchen cabinet is filled with expired food. This poses a serious risk in addition to being clutter. Trip hazards, increased electricity prices, upkeep expenses, and the never-ending fatigue of carrying burdensome goods around every day. We will go over 10 crucial decluttering guidelines in this video. You will understand why purchasing extra shelves and boxes simply exacerbates the issue and what actually keeps a home organized over the long run. By beginning with your own things, determining the function of each area, and facing any motive items without regret. By the time you get to the last rule, I think you'll understand that decluttering is about creating a new way of life rather than merely tossing stuff away. Not as much, but more tranquil. Please remember to subscribe, like, and share this content if you find it useful. We are inspired to keep exchanging more significant thoughts by your support. I appreciate you being here. First, let's talk about the first rule. First rule: begin with your personal possessions. We frequently notice other people's clutter more easily than our own. A mother gripes about the attic belonging to her kid, when the living room is overflowing with toys that the grandchildren have left behind. A parent becomes agitated. However, when they open their own closets, they find documents from decades ago, piles of disused dishes, and dozens of old garments. In actuality, reminding or pressuring people is not the first step towards true transformation. We are the first to do it. Because of their recollections, older Americans tend to hold on to a lot of items. An old appliance kept in case, a Christmas card from years ago, or a jacket from a deceased spouse. Many people experience hurt, as though they are being abandoned, when their children or grandkids advocate letting go. However, if we release one item by hand, we maintain our independence while simultaneously making the house lighter. Do I keep things because I need it or because I'm scared of losing it? Do I maintain this to help me live my life now? Or am I just clinging to a ghost of the past? We set an example for our family when we start with ourselves. Quiet action is sufficient. No pressure is required. Additionally, a folded shirt that is given away can sometimes tell a more compelling tale than a cue that is forgotten in a drawer. In addition to being fair to others, starting with your personal possessions is the first step towards reestablishing harmony in your household. The second rule is to avoid organizing things that should be thrown away. Many of us believe that purchasing additional plastic bins, shelves, and labels is all that is necessary to maintain a clean home. Organizers abound in stores, promising to transform a house into a paradise. In actuality, though, we are merely shifting the load rather than eliminating it. Even well-organized clutter is still clutter. This pattern is easy for older Americans to get caught up in. They store more carefully rather than throw away. A box is filled with neatly stacked piles of unopened papers. There is a new cabinet filled with old pots that have never been used. Only the objects are shifted from one location to another. The burden never goes away. The house gets smaller, and storage expenses rise. Do you think I'm hiding or cleaning? Am I only erecting additional barriers around myself, or am I making room to breathe? The risk of tripping in the corridor cannot be eliminated by a plastic container. Seeing a wardrobe full of useless clothing also doesn't make one feel better. Letting go is the true remedy. Have the courage to let go of something if it is no longer useful in today's world. Don't purchase any more shelves. Don't fill the gap. Avoid over-labeling. Decide to keep less. More tranquility can be found on a little vacant shelf than on dozens of stacked containers. We genuinely start the path to a lighter existence when we stop sorting out what ought to be thrown away. Rule 3. Specify each room's function. We tend to forget that every area has a specific function, which contributes to the clutter in our homes. The purpose of the bedroom is to sleep. However, many also have a desk, crates of antiques, stacks of books, and even a television. Although the kitchen is supposed to be used for cooking, it also contains documents, medications, and even toys for kids. The space no longer works for us when everything is combined. We serve the food. Older Americans tend to keep things for themselves. Unopened mail piles up on the dining table. Extra blankets are gathered by the sofa. Additionally, the living room becomes a storage space. The space that used to be used for family happiness eventually becomes worn out. Pause and ask, what is this room really for? Is it helping me live more comfortably or trapping me in clutter? If the bedroom is for rest, can I truly sleep beside boxes unopened since last year? If the kitchen is for meals, do I feel at ease when the shelves are full of expired jars? Keep only what fits the purpose. A tidy bed in the bedroom, a dining table wide enough for family meals, a kitchen with only daily essentials. When a room returns to its true role, we find peace again in daily life. Defining each room's purpose is the key to turning a cramped house into one that truly supports living. Rule 4. Start with the easiest space. When thinking of decluttering, many older Americans immediately imagine the attic, garage, or boxes of mementos gathered over decades. Just picturing it feels exhausting, so they postpone. In truth, decluttering is like exercise. You don't start with heavy weights, but with light stretches. Choose the easiest places first. A desk drawer, a corner of the living room, a bathroom shelf. These spots hold fewer memories, fewer doubts. When you finish in minutes, a small sense of success appears. That feeling becomes the drive to keep going. Many older people think if I can't do it all, I won't do anything. The truth is the opposite. Cleaning even one corner changes the home. Throw away expired bottles in the bathroom and you breathe easier. Clear a table surface and you want to sit and read. Small victories matter more than big promises never begun. Ask yourself, what is the easiest spot I can do today? Just 10 minutes? Just one bag of trash? When you succeed once, your spirit opens. From that one corner, you'll gain confidence for harder spaces. The attic, the memories long avoided. Starting with the easiest is not a weakness, but wisdom. It builds strength step by step, making decluttering not a burden, but a series of gentle wins. Rule 5. Ask better questions. Many older Americans keep things for the same reason. It still works. So, closets fill with broken coffee makers that could be fixed. Oversized clothes, saved in case of weight loss, or piles of kitchen tools for big family gatherings that no longer happen. Asking, do I use it, is sometimes not enough. Try stronger questions. If I didn't have this today, would I buy it again? If the answer is no, why keep it? Or does this serve my life today? Or only a past version of me? That question reminds us, we live for today, not for 20 years ago. One man kept an old guitar, though his hands trembled too much to play. When he asked, if I didn't have this guitar, what would I miss? The instrument itself, or the memory of singing with my wife? He realized the memory lived in his heart, not in wood and strings. He then gave the guitar to a young person who needed it more. Asking better questions helps us face truths we avoided. It turns keep or toss into wise choices, not inner battles. And when we dare ask deeply, the answers often bring unexpected relief. Rule 6. Have a plan for discarded items. Many older Americans stop halfway through decluttering because they don't know what to do with the pile. Old clothes in a corner, papers stacked on a chair, appliances left in the garage. Seeing them is tiring, leading to hesitation, and sometimes they get put back. The truth, without a ready exit, decluttering stalls. What matters is not just letting go, but knowing where it goes. A local charity, a recycling center, or simply a friend in need. With an address ready, your heart feels lighter as soon as the item leaves your hand. Ask, if someone else uses this, will I feel happier? The answer is usually yes. Knowing an old coat will warm the homeless or spare dishes will help a student turn regret into gratitude. We don't lose, we pass on. Older people worry about waste, but a clear plan makes letting go meaningful. A donation box at home, a monthly drop-off. These small acts help you finish. Having a plan not only keeps the home tidy, but also makes decluttering an act of sharing, freeing space while giving value to others. Rule 7. Stop new items from flowing in. Many older Americans say they decluttered for a week, filled dozens of trash bags, but months later, the house is full again. Why? Because new items kept coming in if we don't stop the flow. Efforts are like bailing water from a leaking boat. In later years, loneliness can make shopping a comfort. A sales shirt, a handy gadget from TV, or a gift bought with retirement funds. We don't truly need them, but they soothe for a moment. Then sit unused, turning into clutter. Ask, do I really need this, or am I just filling a feeling? This question stops impulse spending. Every new item means more cleaning, more storage, more weight. Some follow the one-in-one rule. Buy one, remove one. Others use the 30-day list. Write down what you want, and if after 30 days you still need it, then buy. Small strategies break the cycle. Stopping the new flow not only saves money, but also protects the peace you worked hard for. Decluttering only matters if the home stays light. Rule 8. Notice the benefits of having less. A common mistake is focusing too much on loss, losing this, giving up that as if cutting away life. That makes decluttering heavy with regret. But shifting perspective shows that owning less is gaining more. Older Americans who declutter share clear benefits. No more searching for clothes in the morning. Simpler meals, because only essential tools remain. Brighter, safer homes with no tripping risks. Most importantly, lighter hearts. No more weight entering a crowded room. Ask, what have I gained by letting go? Maybe deeper sleep because the bedroom isn't full of boxes. Maybe calm because every corner feels open. Maybe a small joy in finding reading glasses exactly where expected. These simple rewards are the true prize. Don't hesitate to acknowledge benefits. Tell friends, write them down, or thank yourself silently when you see a clear space. This recognition strengthens the habit. Focusing on benefits keeps decluttering sustainable and reminds us we're not losing, but regaining freedom. Rule 9. Focus on the life you want, not just items to discard. Many declutter by only asking what to toss, making it feel like a constant loss. But decluttering is not stripping away. It is opening. Each item gone creates space, and that space is a chance to live how you want. Older Americans often dream of simple things. A living room open for friends, a clear dining table for family, or a quiet corner for reading and tea. These don't need more stuff but less. Ask, what do I want my home to serve in this stage of life? Keep the dining table if you are linked. Throw away old documents. Instead of adding shelves of unread books, leave the space available for relaxing. It's simpler to let go when objectives are defined. One older woman responded, I didn't throw away an old chair. You are choosing, not losing. I made space for a rose pot that makes me smile each morning. Decluttering is not losing, but choosing life. By focusing on desired living, every item released brings us closer to a peaceful home where every day is worth living. Rule 10. Make minimalism a mindset. Decluttering is not a race with a finish line. It doesn't end the day the last bag leaves. If the mind still believes more is better, the house will fill again. Minimalism is not just cleaning the house, but seeing life differently. Older Americans often carry hoarding habits from hard times or fear of shortage. But in later years, what we need is not more things, but more peace. Less stuff means less cleaning, fewer repairs, fewer fall risks. More importantly, less stuff means less weight on the heart. Ask, if I live with less, will I feel freer? That question can change spending time, use, and even how we define happiness. Minimalism is not sacrifice. It reminds us that real value lies not in possessions but in the quality of moments. An old man said after decluttering, "I no longer feel like I live in a warehouse but in a home. I see I never needed as much as I thought." That is the spirit of minimalism. A mindset, not a project. When minimalism enters the mind, we gain not only a tidy house, but a clearer life. That is the greatest gift decluttering gives. Conclusion. We just went through 10 decluttering rules. From starting with your own belongings, not organizing what should be discarded, redefining each room to letting go of mementos, stopping new inflow, and finally making minimalism a mindset. Each rule sounds simple, but applied with persistence, you realize that decluttering not only lightens the home, but also frees the mind. The most important reminder: you don't need perfection. You only need to begin. One drawer, one old shirt, one box in the kitchen. Just one small action can open the freedom you thought was gone. Remember, your home need not look like anyone else's. It only needs to reflect who you are now. Peaceful, sufficient, and light. Thank you for staying with me to the end. If you found this content helpful, please like, share, and subscribe so we can continue together creating homes that are tidy, safe, and full of meaning.